Hello. Welcome to Birdsnest Designs. My name is Denise Cox. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am here for a free card class today. So I'm just going to give you guys a few seconds to jump on. Hopefully I'm live in the right places. I'm just going to quickly check that and make sure. Looks like I am. So say hello when you get here, whether you're watching over on Facebook or if you're over on YouTube. Say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know who I'm stamping with. We have a fun night of card making for you guys tonight. I am so excited to share one of my surprisingly favorite bundles from the annual catalog. It's not one that normally would have grabbed my attention, but we did get it at on stage at a special event there. And I have fallen in love with the Country Flowers stamp set. So I'm excited to share this free card class with you guys. Hi, Alexina. Hello, Judy. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, ladies. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Now, before we get too far, I do want to put a little disclaimer in here. My roofer, I had to cancel my video on Monday, because our roofer decided he could start early, and so he showed up at 6:30 on Monday morning. So anyway, I thought he would be done, but it is 7 o'clock and he is still working. He is working so hard trying to get it done. The weather is beautiful today, so it's a perfect day for roofing. So please forgive me if you hear some roof noises or even the dogs barking, because the dogs bark when the roof noises. So, it's one of those things. So hopefully it won't be too bad and we can get through today's card class. And then that whole little shake was somebody on the roof. Okay. So it's been super busy here at our new house in Archerville. We are busy building a fence. We have had a water system installed. We are having the roof done. We are just getting all these things done, keeping busy, getting settled, and trying to turn this house into our new home. So everything is going well. Hi, Mom. Welcome. Hi, Kathy and Jody and Sherry. Hello, ladies. And so things are going well. We are slowly getting settled. My craft room is now set up, so I'm back to hosting classes online right now. No in-person ones yet here in Archerville, but online classes have started. So please keep an eye out for those. They will be coming at you here really soon. Hello, Leslie and Tina and Margaret. Hello. So nice for you guys to be here. So it is May, and you guys have probably all heard about the amazing starter kit deal. So whether you are a previous demonstrator or you've thought about being a demonstrator and have never given it a try, now is the perfect time to join, because when you join in May, you get all 5 in-color ink pads, the cardstock combo pack, so it's like 20 sheets of cardstock for each in all of the 5 colors. You get the designer series paper, and you get the stamping rate markers for free. So I'm serious, you guys, this is the best deal ever. So some of my friends on there, I've been chatting with you about joining my team and becoming a Stampin' Up demonstrator, getting those smart shopper discounts on all of your orders. I see you in the comments. You know who you are. Now is the perfect time, you guys, to join, because it's $135, no shipping, no PST, or sorry, no GST. You do pay PST. And you pick $165 worth of product of your choice, plus all of those in-color products are yours for free. So they're going to get added in with no extra charge. I'm telling you, it is the best time. So if you're watching, if you've previously been on my team and you've dropped and you'd like to join again, even if you just dropped recently, it's okay. You can. And anybody else who's new and wants to give it a try, I'd love to welcome you to the team. Look at all of you guys here tonight. I'm so excited. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Sue. Oh, Sue, I miss you too. I miss all of my friends back home. Hi, Mary. Hi, Gail. Hello, everybody. Okay. I am going to explain a little bit. Hi, Janet. Hello. I'm going to explain a little bit about what tonight's free card class is. So it is just that. It is a free card class. Oh, you guys see Linus and Lucy decided they wanted to come visit. Okay. So it is a free card class for you. I'm going to stamp with you tonight 3 beautiful cards using the Country Flowers bundle right here. Can you guys see that? So we're going to make 3 cards. Now, you can just watch and get the card free that class that way, where you can recreate the cards on your own if you choose. I'm not going to give any dimensions in the video tonight because they will be in the tutorial for those of you who qualify to get the class in the mail. So to qualify, do you guys want to know how you do that? So to qualify, you just need to place a $50 order before shipping and tax in my online store using this host code. The link to shop is in the description of the video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. So when you place a $50 order using this host code, you guys, this is super important because that tells me, yes, I want the class. I love it. I want it. That's what you need to do. So you need to add that code in, place your $50 order, and then I am going to send you tonight's class. So not only all 3 cards, but I'm going to send you 2 of each. So you can make 2 of each of the 3 cards we make tonight. You're going to get emailed the PDF tutorial, plus I'm going to include a little surprise in your kit for you. So you don't want to miss it. This is available to anybody across Canada, okay? The class is completely free. You just have to place that order. All right, so I'm going to remind you of this host code. Make sure you write it down, but I will remind you again later. If you guys have any questions along the way or anything like that, let me know. And let's be chatty tonight, because the more comments we have, the more fun we're having, the more thumbs up, the more hearts, the more people are going to come join and stamp with us, okay? So keep those coming. All right, let me turn the camera down. If I can do this. I got a brand new setup, you guys. Of course, brand new house, brand new setup, all the things. And of course, Monday, while the roofer is here, I took advantage and went and got a new cell phone in the city. So my son and I went to Prince Albert so that we could get my cell phone dealt with. Okay, so hopefully this screen is good. This is a brand new phone, first time using it for this. So we are going to make 3 cards tonight using the Country Flowers bundle, our stamp set. We're actually not going to use the dies, but it does come as a bundle. So there's the code for you guys who want to add this to your wish list, and the price for both the stamp set and the bundle. It is absolutely beautiful. It also is the one I'm using for my Creatively Hatched Card Club for May. There are dies, as I mentioned. So here are the dies. Oh, my light is giving a bad reflection. So what I really love about these dies and this whole bundle is absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to see that this die is going to cut out these flowers. And then we've got, the little kettle or teapot that's going to get cut out. We've got lots of shapes that are going to get out, right? The stool, both of these, the little pail, which we're going to use tonight, they all have coordinating dies. But on top of that, there are these fun little flowers and leaves that you can cut out to use on your projects that don't need to be stamped first. So these are some fun little elements. And it just so happens that I have some of those to share with you guys. So inside here, I had cut some out. And of course, I got stuck behind the plastic. Best laid plans. Okay, so let me show you, just because we're not using these tonight, but they do deserve some attention because they are so pretty. So see how it has embossed and cut the leaves. So those are really pretty. I cut those ones out of Granny Apple Green, and then I have some Misty Moonlight flowers here, and of course some pretty in pink. So let me just zoom those in so you guys can see the detail in those flowers. Forgive me, I'm still trying to get used to this camera setup. It seems to be focusing funny. So there's the flowers, okay? So those dies are amazing. All right, now that you've seen those, I'm going to put them away back in my case. Hi, Jody. Hi, Bobby. Welcome, ladies. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is my Creatively Hatched bundle this month too, so be sure to check that out if you fall in love with it. You may want to take that class as well. Okay, so when you order your $50 order using that host code that I shared with you earlier, this one right there on the screen. Look at me being fancy with these banners. Okay, so when you get that, you're going to get card kits. So remember I said you're going to get 6, so you'll have 2 of each. I'm just going to show you the 1 tonight. But your kit, your free card class will include 2 of each of these, okay? You'll have this video replay to refer back to create them. You'll also have a PDF tutorial. So Bev says it's on her wish list, this bundle. It is so, so pretty. Like I said, it's not one that I normally would have, this is not the one we're starting with. It's not what I normally would have gravitated to, but we got it at After Hours and On Stage, which is a special stamping event. This is a bundle I chose, and I fell in love with it. It's so fun. Okay, we're going to start with this one right here. So I'm not going to show you guys the cards. I'm going to keep you guessing. So you'll see them all at the end. I did give you little sneak peeks in my graphic yesterday. But we're going to use a combination of Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, and of course, my favorite, Pretty in Pink. So those three colors are what we're going to use today. I'm just going to take that banner off so you guys can see the full screen. I really hope that on your end, it's not as blurry as it is on mine. I'm really, really hoping. If somebody could leave me a comment and let me know, I'm hoping that it's all good. All right, so first things first, we're going to fold the Balmy Blue card base like that, okay? And then we're going to do a bit of stamping. So for this one, we are going to use Balmy Blue ink pad. Sue was saying it's a little blurry. Okay, well, I'm going to hopefully it gets better, and then I'll have to try and figure out what I can do next time. So we're going to use this fun little graphic. I don't know what to call this. What do you call this thing? A little flourish. Okay, we're going to use that. And we're going to just stamp with Balmy Blue onto the Balmy Blue card. Okay, so color on color. I wonder, I'm just trying to figure out why it would be blurry. Maybe I just need to change a setting somewhere. Or perhaps, give me a minute here. I'm just going to stamp these. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try quickly using my cleaning cloth on my camera, because maybe it's got something on it. Okay, so bear with me. Close your eyes. Don't forget motion sickness. We're going to try cleaning this with my pretty purple cloth here. And just see if we can get this to be not quite so blurry. I don't know if that's going to help. So Sue is telling me it's blurry when I move. So obviously it's doing something with the zooming focus. So we'll figure that out. But let's just continue. Okay, so we've got those stamps. See, I stamped blue, Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue. So we get that nice look. And then we're going to put our Coastal Cabana. It's kind of a strange color combination I normally wouldn't have chosen, but it kind of just fell into place when I did the next part. So we're going to take a piece of basic white. Remember, I'm not going to give you the dimensions tonight because you're going to get them when you order the class. Or when you put your order and get the class. All right, so we're going to use Stays On ink. Okay, do you guys all remember this? It's one of those inks where we used to use it all the time when I started crafting. And then it kind of fell to the side because we had like an archival black and then we had Memento black. And so Stays On it never went away, but it kind of was forgotten. So I want to remind you, if you don't already own this ink pad, here's the code. It is still current in the Stampin' Up product line, and you can order it with that code there, and it's $14.50 here in Canada. We are going to use this. Now, I do want to tell you that there is a Stays On cleaner that works amazingly well on rubber stamps. It doesn't work 100% as well on the photopolymer stamps. So my photopolymer stamps are stained black, and I am quite okay with that because they stamp no matter what. They're stained, but they still work. Now, I will tell you that if you use Stays On and then you clean it right away, they will look better than mine. I didn't do that. So we're going to start by stamping this tail down here in the corner. And it gets a little sticky, so it's normal what it just did. Okay, then we're going to stamp this beautiful flower. This is probably one of my favorite. Well, it is my favorite of the three florals images. Oh, dear. Hope the roofer didn't just fall off the roof. That was very loud. He didn't. He didn't fall off the roof, you guys. I still hear him up there, but it was a very loud bump. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, and I'm going to stamp that down there. Hi, Sonia. Okay. Peel that off. Oh my gosh, you guys, how pretty is that? See how easy that was to line up too? Okay, so we've got that done. I am going to just cover up that for now. Okay, so now this is one of the techniques I mentioned that we were going to talk about. I said it's something I've had in my collection for a very long time, things I've forgotten about because, well, Stampin' Up! Introduced us to stamping blends. And so all else in the coloring world in my mind kind of went out the window because I love them so much. I love those blends. But we're going to use watercolor pencils tonight. So they come in two assortments, assortment 2, which is what we're going to be using tonight, and assortment 1. I put both codes up there just in case you want to add those to your order. Now, actually, we might use one color from assortment 1 tonight. So what I'm going to do is the colors are on the pencils. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's auto-focusing as soon as whatever's closer. Okay, so it tells you right on the pencil, this is balmy blue, even though that color doesn't really look like balmy blue. Believe it, it is actually that color. Okay, so we're gonna color with these. What I love about the watercolors is I'm just gonna, like, if you think, oh, I'm not a good color, I can't color, look at me, I'm just scribbling. It's okay, we can just scribble with these, okay? This is just one technique. These are amazing coloring tools. There's so many techniques you can use with them. But this is one. So we just scribbled, right? We just scribbled that flower in balmy blue. And then what other color we got here? I'm actually going to use Coastal Cabana. So again, I'm going to check the name on the pencil because it doesn't look like Coastal Cabana there. And I'm just going to scribble some color in here. Okay. And then in these leaves as well. Oh my gosh, I do think the guy is roofing right above my craft room right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I really didn't want to cancel another video. Okay, so here we have our leaves are scribbled in. And then lastly, we're going to use Flirty Flamingo. And we're just going to scribble in some of these. Okay, you guys might be thinking, what are you doing, Denise? Why are you scribbling on this card? But you'll see. You'll see. It'll all make sense in just a moment. Okay, so we've got those flowers scribbled. Now, these are all the colors you will get in assortment number 2. But I want to do, oh, and here's one straggler. That one there too. This is the Granny Apple Green. So in assortment number 1, you get more of the basic colors like black, gray, white. And I want to steal the basic gray one out of there to use today. But I'll show you on my other card that I used Cajun Craze. And it looks good too, but I do think that the gray will probably look better. So let's just see. You guys can tell me. So again, I'm just scribbling. Okay, there we go. Now, another tool that we don't often use anymore, or I don't anyway, maybe you guys do, leave me a comment, let me know if you do, are the blender pens. So these come in an assortment of 3, and I didn't make a fancy banner for these ones because I forgot, but the item number is 102845 if you want to add those to your order. Okay, so all 3 of them, it does not matter which one you use, they're all going to do exactly the same thing. There's 2 ends to each. They're clear. See that? They're clear. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to blend this color from the watercolors. Now, I do want this to kind of look like a watercolor, so I'm not overly concerned if I go outside of the lines. I'm just going to color this in using my blender pen. And then I can take this off, still clear. And then I can just move to the pink. Okay, I did that just to show you guys. You don't necessarily have to. The color doesn't usually, oh, it did a little bit there. It doesn't usually transfer when you're using watercolor pencils. It does when you're using ink pads and ink refills to get your color from. You can actually use these blenders also on pastels and draw your color onto the blender pens from the pastel colors. Okay, so we're just coloring this in. Again, remember, I'm going for watercolor, so it's okay if it goes outside the lines. If you don't like that look, then of course you can be a lot more careful. So I'm just making sure it's clear again, and then we'll just get this gray. Hey, have you guys done this technique before? Is this something new? It's not new to me, but it's something I haven't done in a long time. Like I mentioned, when the blends got introduced, they're my favorite, and so I use them most often. But I thought this would be something fun. to do. And honestly, the watercolors are less expensive than having to buy all these colors in the blends, and you can get so many new techniques. Okay, so there is our pail with our flowers. Okay, and so isn't that fun? Do you guys see how what happened there when we blended those colors? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go a little helter-skelter on our card, and we're not going to do it straight. We are going to go crooked. So what I'm going to do is take my Stampin' Seal. I'm seeing lots of comments that you guys this is new. I'm so excited. Judy's says, yes, she has done it, but not too often. She tends to use her blends as well. So yes, I can totally relate to that. So we're going to just kind of offset, get rid of that card so I can see better. We're going to offset these two pieces like that. So I just have a bit of that Coastal Cabana showing here that ties in with our leaves. And then we're going to grab some Stamping Dimensionals. Okay, you guys with me still? All right, we're going to take some dimensionals here on the back. And we're going to peel those off. Like that. And then we're going to place this, so I'm going to line it up so that the white paper is straight and the Coastal Cabana one is the one that's going to be crooked or angled. Okay, so there we have that. And then we do have this piece of Pretty in Pink still. We're going to take one of the sentiments from the stamp set. And it is such an awesome, versatile set because it's got so many sentiments in it that you can use like for all kinds of occasions. So we're going to use So Lucky to Know You on this one. And here I have it. Okay, we're going to also stamp that with the Stays On. Now you could, because we're not coloring this, we're not using our blend pens, we could have switched this to Memento or whatever black you have, but I had this one out. So it's a little hard to see with the glare from my window, but let me just make sure that's centered. Aw, thanks, Bobby. She says it's gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, so we have that stamped on here. And then we're going to just take our paper snips. Sadly, Stampin' Up retired my very favorite banner Pick-a-Punch. And so now we're just going old school and we're just going to cut it. So see what I did there? I just cut up the center-ish of my paper. And then I'm just going to cut from the corners until I meet that center. And hopefully it's going to be a somewhat straight arrow end or banner end. Okay, so that's going to go on there. We're just going to use some of this Stampin' Seal. Stick on there. It's okay if I cover some of my flowers. I'm okay with that. Okay, move this down just a wee bit maybe. There we go. Okay, so there is our card. Now, we always have, I always like to put a full 4x5¼ piece of basic white inside my card. Oh dear. See, hammering on the roof, barking of the dogs. That happens. It's been happening for 3 days. All right, so this is going to go here, straight. Now, if you wanted to, and I do, we're going to stamp some flowers inside the card. And I should have put something there first, but I just so happen to have a piece of white. So I'm just going to hold it on the base there to cover up my balmy blue. I'm going to stamp a partial set of these flowers. And then if you were so inclined, you could color those flowers and write your nice heartfelt message in there. And then you have this absolutely gorgeous card. Now, the last thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to add in these in color resin dots. Thank you guys for being patient through all of this hammering above me. But I didn't think at 7:30 at night you would still be working. Anyway, so I'm going to take that banner off because I've got the watercolors. So these in color resin dots, you guys, are absolutely beautiful, but sadly they are sold out. So when you create your cards, I'm not going to include embellishments in the kit, so you won't have the dots, but you can use anything. Rhinestones would look really awesome on this too. Anything you have in your collection. So for this one, I'm going to use the Summer Splash because it kind of can tie in and look a bit like Coastal Cabana. Okay. All right. Okay, so there we have this first card. Okay, so you remember your kit is going to include 2, so you'll get to make 2 of them. You can switch them up, you can change them up, you can use a stamp you have. If the country flowers isn't in your collection and you don't want to add it, there's lots of options for this one. So there is card number 1. Let me show you the first original one that I made. Okay, so this one, as I mentioned, I stuck all with the assortment number 2 watercolors, and I use Cajun Craze. So this one was with Basic Gray. This is with Cajun Craze. So guys, let me know in the comments which one you prefer. And then we're going to tidy this up just a wee bit, and we're going to get on to card number 2. I was really hopeful that this video would be 45 minutes to an hour and no longer. So let's keep on trucking. All right. I do need to clean. I didn't get my, we're just going to cheat here. We're going to just spray that with my mist because I didn't bring my chamois. Oh, lots of grays. Some are both. I think they're both pretty. So you can switch the color up. You could even color it pink because, you know, I would have a pink flower pot for sure. Okay, so we got a clean slate here. Let's go ahead and create card number 2. So number 2 is, oh, I almost showed you guys the card. You guys still with me? You're still here? Thank you. I love all the hearts and thumbs up you guys are sending. That's awesome. Okay, so here we are. Now this is another really fun card with a really simple technique. Again, an oldie, but one that I had kind of forgotten about because as we build our collection, sometimes we forget about the basics. And so this is a very basic technique. And I think I was super excited that I remembered about it and tried it out again. So we've just got a thick basic white card base. We're going to make a landscape card this time, which is not, I don't do very often. We've got a piece of basic white. We are going to use 3 of the gorgeous new in colors. So we've got Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Pretty in Pink. So remember, you can get these for free if you join my team, become a demonstrator. Remember, there's no obligation to sell and do classes. You can simply become a smart shopper and get a discount on all of your supplies. So there's no pressure at all. And you can reach out to me if you need help with that. Okay, so we've got these 3 pieces of paper. We also have the Unbounded Beauty. I'm going to put this code up on this screen. So this is the brand new designer series paper. And I do have it here. I want to share it with you guys because you can't even believe how pretty it is. So this is the paper. Now I'm going to just flip through it quickly, and you guys can ooh and ah in it. So we have lots of in colors in this one. So here is a Petunia Pop, and look at those flowers on the back. So pretty. And then we've got one in Summer Splash. And there is the reverse of that one. Some gorgeous flowers that you could cut out or use as they are. There's the stripes again. Okay, we've got a beautiful Pretty in Pink pattern with white florals on it. And then the reverse of that one is these flowers. Again, you could cut these out as well. Super pretty. You could use them just as a background the way they are. I love this. This speaks to my scrapbooker at heart. And I think it's gorgeous. So this one is one side, and let me just show you guys the other side. Look at that. So pretty. I love this. And then we have another Peach Pop one. Again, same as that pattern. The back side is this gorgeous wash of all the colors together. Here's the one we're going to use tonight. This has got the Petunia, not the Petunia, the Peach Pie and the Pretty in Pink. And then the back, aren't those gorgeous? I love. So any of you out there who love purple, this paper pack is for you. There is tons and tons of Petunia Pop. Okay, so that's it. Those are the sheets I wanted to share with you guys. I've already cut the piece off that we need from there. So that's just this piece right here. And then we've just got a piece of white paper again. So here's my little stamping trick. So we talked about the Stays-On ink that we've all kind of had in our collection, or most likely had if you've been stamping for a long time, and then kind of put off to the side because really we don't use it as often. And then the other one that is very similar is Versamark. So this one you guys may know as the embossing ink. So that's what it can be used for heat embossing. There it is there, still in the collection, still part of the product line. It's $13. Host code is there in the brackets. But this has another purpose besides embossing. We are not heat embossing tonight. And Sonia, yes, I love your comment. Smart shopper, AKA smart collector. Yes, we can collect, we can shop, we can do it all. There we have it. So we've got these three colors, as I mentioned. We're going to use this beautiful stamp right here with the plant. Okay. Here it is. It is stained black because I have previously used it with Stays-On, but it's going to be not black because we're going to use this Versamark ink. And it's a very clear ink. But what we're going to do is we're going to stamp it on our paper. You guys, some of you who've been stamping for a while are probably like, oh, I know this one. Okay, so we're going to stamp it here, and then we're going to stamp it there just twice. And what happens is we're getting a very similar effect as to what we did when we stamped the balmy blue on the balmy blue. So what this does is you can just purchase one ink pad, this very clear, inexpensive Versamark ink pad, and you can use it this way and get that tone-on-tone look on any of your cardstock. So we've done it on Petunia Pop. And now we're going to do it on our peach pie. Same thing. Now, the darker the color, the more vivid this effect will be, of course, but it works on the peach pie as well. Can you guys see that? You can't really see that in the camera on my end, but it's there. So then we're going to do it again on the Pretty in Pink. Okay, and one thing I will say is that when you purchase the Versamark ink pad, you will probably need to re-ink it a little more often than you would your regular classic pads. So make sure to add that refill to your cart as well, and then you have it when you need it. Okay, so we have all three of these stamped. I'm trying to see if you guys can, oh, there, can you see that it's kind of, I get it away from the light. I wonder if I turn that light off. Does that help? No, it doesn't make it any different. Okay, so you can see that we've done that Versamark. Now, is that something new? Have you guys done that one before? All right, so we're going to take our basic white. We're going to flip all of these over because in true Denise fashion, we are going to put dimensionals on the back of all of these. Oops. Okay, I love this card. It turns out so pretty. It's so simple. Very few tools needed. You could use it with any kind of stamps. It does not have to be the country flowers, of course. Okay. Now, take these off. You guys have gone quiet. Are you all still with me? Are you still here following along with our free card class for tonight? Don't forget, if you want to get this card class in the mail anywhere in Canada, all you have to do is place that $50 order in my online store. Using the host code. Let me pop that host code up while I'm putting these dimensionals there. Using that host code, okay? So that tells me, hey, Denise, love the class, want the class. Here's my order. So when I see that code, I'm going to know you want the order or you want the class. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put these three all on here, okay? And then we are going to take the Petunia Pop one and we're going to put it over on the other end. So I'm going to try to make this spacing equal, but there we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we can split the difference. Now I've been building a fence. My husband Brandon and I, we've been building a fence, and so we're putting pickets up and we're like, oh, it's not quite even, let's just split the difference. So that's what we're going to do here too. We're just going to split the difference. And we're going to center that Pretty in Pink one right there in the center. Okay, so we have those three on there. ready to go. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this beautiful piece of designer series paper. And what I love about it is that it has the peach pie. There are so many peas in these in colors. Peach pie and pretty in pink. It has both of those in there. So we're going to, that's why I chose this one. And I'm just going to put some adhesive where I think it's going to lay across these 3 pieces. Hopefully I caught them. Okay, so that is just glued straight there across. Yes, Tina has a really good point too. If you really wanted these to pop and be glossy and shiny, you could buy some clear heat embossing powder and heat emboss them, and then they would be really glossy and they would stand out quite a bit more. But this is just a nice, soft, easy technique I wanted to share with you guys, especially if you're just new to stamping and buying all those ink pads is a little overwhelming. This is a great way to start. Okay, so because we have our StazOn already out here, we're going to use that. And on this card, I'm going to put Sending Love, also from the Country Flowers stamp set. Okay, so we're going to stamp this. I need my silicone mat. Give me a sec. I love that my new craft room, everything is like right here, right within reach. And so I don't have to leave the room when I forget something. So why I'm using that is just so that I can see where it is better, because white on white is a little difficult to see. So I'm going to stamp Sending Love here on this end. Oh, that went really thick. I don't like that. That's why it's a good thing there's 2 sides to every piece of paper. We'll just flip it on over and stamp it again. I won't be so heavy-handed, hopefully, this time. Much better. Okay. All right, so now on this piece, I'm going to lay that kind of across here. But what I first want to do is flag those ends again. So if you have the Banners Pick-a-Punch and you got it before it retired, then you can pull that out and do this to your ends with the punch. But I am going to just show you how you can do it if you don't have that punch. We can just use our paper snips and cut out that banner. Okay, then that is going to go on here. I think we are going to use dimensionals again, because I like dimensionals. I like my cards to have lots of layers and different heights. So we put 3 dimensionals. I'm not going to pull them off quite yet. So in your kit, you are going to get, when you get this free card class, you're going to get some twine. Now, I don't normally send twine in my classes because it ends up being like a crazy mucked up mess. But I will for this one, because I want you guys to be able to make these cards. So this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and it comes with all 5 different colors of twine. Now for this one, I used white. In your card kit, as you can see, there's not a ton of white there, but you may get linen thread because it will work just the same. Actually, you know what? Let's use linen thread. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use linen thread because the other card I made uses the white. So you guys can see how it works either way. So you'll get a piece of the twine linen thread. This is one of my favorite Stampin' Up products. I use it very often. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to tie what I'm going to call a big loopy bow. Ooh. Okay, so it's just going to be kind of this. I'm going to take these strings apart and just sort of make this look a little bit messy. Okay, and then I'm going to stick that right here. I'm not gluing it down. Just going to stick it there for right now, and then I'm going to put this over top. My idea is I want that to be showing through behind on a bit of an angle. So that'll work. So now I'm going to grab a glue dot. If you don't have a glue dot, you could just put a little bit of liquid glue. You could use just a tiny little piece of your adhesive, but I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to kind of like make it into a ball, stick it on there, and then I'm going to stick that like so. And this one I'm going to cut just to kind of make it a little bit more haphazard looking. Okay, I'll pull off the dimensional backs, and then we're going to pop this one over top like that. Again, on a bit of an angle because it adds a little bit of extra interest to the cards and always having everything straight. Plus, it's a whole lot easier to get things crooked than it is to get them straight. Okay, so we've got that. Now we have our white card base somewhere over here. And I'm going to just glue this straight down. Oh, the heck. I'm just going to glue that straight onto the front of our white card. Now you could omit the layer that I put these on, but as I mentioned, I like lots of layers. And what it does is it kind of gives it that nice framed look on the card when it's all finished. Okay, so now we have our linen thread. I love that look. And we're going to grab those beautiful dots that I have. Remember, these are currently out of stock, but you can add them to your wish list because they will be back. And we're going to pop some of these on. If you don't already have these, then feel free to use whatever you do have, whether it be rhinestones, pearls, anything you like will work. And I'm going to use some petunia pop. Oh gosh, I can't even pick that one up. And I'm just going to kind of add some color to the end of this white banner. Put 2 of those there. And then I like to do things in 3. So I'm going to pull off another petunia pop one. Oh my gosh, this is not working out. Okay, and we're going to just stick it over here on the petunia pop just to add a little bit of texture there too. So there is card number 2. Okay, isn't that fun? I love this card too. I'm seeing lots of comments that you guys like this. So there is the card we just made tonight. Here is my original sample using the white. So you can see they both work, right? They both work. So you'll get some twine in your kit when you order, and you can make it look pretty regardless. So there we have linen thread, white. And now we've got a little bit of a clean space. You guys can't see beyond over here. Over there, it's a great big old mess, but we're gonna forget about that. We're gonna move on to the 3rd and final card for our class. And this one, oh my gosh, you guys, this one is super pretty. Okay, so who out there loves the color purple? Because this one is for you. This one is so pretty. Petunia pop card base. Okay, there we go. We're going to go back to portrait orientation. And for this card, we're going to use both of those simple techniques that we talked about earlier in the class. I'm seeing lots of people loving purple. That's awesome, you guys. You're going to love this card. So we're going to take our cute little, what did I call this? This little shape. I don't know. It's just super cute. It's part of the Country Floral Flowers stamp set. And I'm looking for my, oh, there it is. Of course, it's way over there on my keypad. Why wouldn't it be there? So we're going to do the same. We're going to do the same technique. Sorry, I'm reading you guys' comments and I'm getting so excited because I love being here and stamping with my friends. This is awesome. So I'm going to take this little shape and I'm going to stamp with Versamark to get that same type of effect. Okay, so we're just stamping here. Seeing lots of you guys for the first time in the comments. Hi, Ina, welcome. And Bev as well, hello. Okay, so we are just kind of stamping this. I'm not worrying about this middle. We're going to have that covered. Just stamping again with the Versamark. Now you could do this again if you have the petunia pop. You could do it with that as well if you don't have Versamark. But I wanted to show you this fun technique. So see how that works? You can see it really well on the petunia. How it just brings out that color, makes it darker, and it'll work on any color cardstock. So again, the Versamark, you guys, don't forget about it. All right, then I have some, we'll set that off to the side. I have 2 small little squares here of basic white. Again, I need my silicone mat so I can see where I'm stamping. I'm going to grab my StazOn, and this time we're going to use this one right here. So they're more like roses with some like, I don't know, taller flowers going up. Where is that? Yeah, right here. Okay. So again, I'm using my StazOn. Yes, my stamps aren't very, very pretty because they're all stained gray and black. But I'm telling you, to me, that makes me happy because it makes it shows me that I've used it, and I've used it a lot. So that always makes me happy. We should all be using the stuff we buy, right? So it's so fun when we all can see. So I'm just stamping this. It doesn't matter how it's on there. As long as you get the image on the square. It is going to hang off a little bit. That's okay. Okay, remember, it is normal that this stays on. It is a stickier ink. And it kind of smells like almond extract, you guys. This ink, it kind of smells like almond extract. Okay, so I'm just going to let those dry just for a few seconds. And then we're going to pull in a piece of lemon lime twist. This, look at how wonderfully this goes with that purple, right? Isn't that like so pretty? So on this one, I am going to use Stays On Again. Why did I close it? And we're going to use With Heartfelt Sympathy. This is also from the Country Flowers. Oh my goodness, Sue says she hates the smell of it. Really? I'm like, kind of, every time I open it, I'm like, oh, I like that smell. Okay, so we're going to stamp With Heartfelt Sympathy right in the middle of our lemon lime twist. Whew, there we go. Now we are done stamping. So while these are just getting dried a little bit, we're going to take this piece that we stamped on, and I've got another piece of that Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. I forgot what it was called. So I'm going to actually pop that back up. For those of you who are just joining us, this is the gorgeous paper I showed earlier in the class. So if you are just catching us now, be sure to watch the replay later so you can see how gorgeous that paper is. Hi, Marcia, welcome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use for this, I'm actually going to use my liquid glue. And I'm going to just take this, and along one edge, I'm just going to put a very small line of glue, just like that. Okay, you don't need a lot. And then I'm going to line this up so it's somewhat even. I have about maybe half an inch-ish or so sticking out. It really doesn't matter. This is not going to make or break your card. So as long as you have some of this showing on the side, you're golden, okay? Hi, Suzanne, welcome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take this piece. No, we're not going to put that on there yet. Let me not get ahead of myself. We're going to take these two that we stamped. And we're going to grab our watercolor markers again. This time, we don't have a petunia pop. They don't come in the in colors, these watercolors. But we do have Gorgeous Grape, so it'll work. So we're going to just really scribble on these ones. Now, the more you scribble, like I shouldn't say scribble, the more watercolor pencil you get on it, the darker you color it, the more vibrant the color will be, okay? Lighter, like we did on the other one, you'll get a lighter look. And then we'll take, again, no lemon lime twist, but it's okay because we're going to use Granny Apple Green. Does not have to be the same, okay? So just adding this into my greens. Again, this is like a watercolor look. I don't care if I'm outside of the lines. It is not going to be a big deal on this card. Normally I don't like to go outside of the lines, but for this effect, it's totally okay. Okay, so just scribbling these. And then we'll grab our blender pens again. And this card just shows you both of those simple techniques combined to make one beautiful card. So let me close this door. Dogs keep opening my door. All right, so now we'll just blend the color over here. Again, I don't care if I go outside the lines. It's the look I'm going for on this card. If you don't like that look, by all means, when you get your class kit, don't go outside the lines. Be a little bit more particular, and your card will look beautiful just the same. Okay. All right. So we've got that one colored. And then we're going to color this one. Okay. All the green done. It did bleed a bit, the color over here, the purple and the green. So I'm doing all the green first on this one. Now I'm going to do the purple. Okay, there we have it. Now, I can go back in with the other two with its friends. And now we're going to take and create and finish this card. All right, so we're got these two squares, right? We're going to take them and we're going to go like this. We're going to just stagger them. So flat, we're not going to bump these up. We are just going to keep them flat. This one can go here. It doesn't even really matter if they're straight, if they're lined up, it does not matter, okay? So those just go on centered like that. And then we're going to take some stamping dimensionals. And we're going to pop these on here. And then this is going to go on our card front. Oh my gosh, I can't get that. Oh, that did come on. Okay. All right. So there, oh gosh, we got dimensional backing stuck everywhere. Those things that show up in the strangest places. All right, so we're going to just pop this up on front. So again, we've got a lot of petunia pop going on here, but it just, I think it pops so nicely with the purple and the lemon lime twist. Now, lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to take our banner, and again, I'm a fan of banners. So we're going to take this and we're going to make a thin little banner on the end here. Okay, like that. And then we're going to take two more dimensionals like this. You're going to take another piece of twine. So again, the color you get will be different. It might not be the same as what I've used, but I'm going to use linen thread. This time, I'm not going to double it up. Instead, I am going to make, oh dear, I'm going to make a big, oh, I'm going as well. I think I have way too much thread here. Okay. I want this to be a big, crazy bow. Yours can be smaller. You can not even use the twine if you don't want. But we're going to just kind of do this. Pull those. I don't want them to be quite as wild as I had them. And then this trick, instead of using the glue dots like we did on the last card, what I'm going to do on this one is stick this where I want it. And then I'm going to put a dimensional right over top of that knot. Okay, peel that back off. And then that is going to act as the third dimensional on the back of our banner to keep that in place. Okay. So I'm going to remove the banner on the screen, you guys, and I'm going to share with you that host code. Oh, actually, you know what? Here you go. Just in case you weren't here in the beginning, that is the code if you want to add the stamp set we're using or the bundle that comes in. We're going to just trim these off. Okay, and then of course it needs a little bit of bling because they always do. So here we're going to pull these in again. Remember, you can't get them right now, but they'll be back. So use anything you have in your collection. And so you can choose to use Petunia Pop, but I think I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to use some Pretty in Pink on here. You'll see. I did the Petunia on the first card, so you guys can see what that looks like. But there is some Pretty in Pink. Again, we've got this basic white for the inside of the card. You'll get this in your kit too. You can feel free to decorate it up, add some more stamped images inside, color them or don't, right? You can do whatever you like. You can leave them black. But what do you guys think of that card? Do you like how the purple's just sort of tucked out of there? So let me know what your thoughts are on card number 3. Here is my original one with the white. So here's got the white. I didn't do quite as much twine on that one. So depending on whether or not you're a twine person, there is card number 3. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like this. That's awesome. These cards are very simple, as you can see. They didn't take much. It didn't need a ton of supplies. And they came together really nicely. So if you would love to get this class, you just need to put your order in using the host code. Right there. Okay. So when your order is $50 or more, you're going to get your product you order, of course. And then I'm going to send you this card class for free. You're going to get all of these cards. So you can make 2, oh dear, you can make 2 of each of those cards. So that's what you're going to get. You'll get the envelopes, you'll get all of the cardstock pieces, the designer series paper you need, you'll get some twine, you'll need to include your own embellishments and have your own inks and stamps, of course, because I am not allowed, as per policy, to send any stamped images. So these are the cards. You'll also get an email tutorial to create the cards, and it'll be a link to come back here and watch the replay. So it's like a no-brainer, guys. Get those orders placed. Use that host code right here so that I know that you want this class, and I'll get it into the mail to you. You have until Monday, May 13th to get those orders placed with this host code. I can't stress that enough. That is definitely needs to be in there, okay? And then I know to prep the cards for you, and I will get those in the mail to you by Thursday next week. So 13th is your deadline. So 14th, 15th, 16th of May, I will have these card kits in the mail to you, okay? All right, so don't forget to get your orders in. If you want to know how to order, there's a link in the description, whether it's below or above, depends where you're watching from. And if you are interested in joining my team, becoming a Birdsnest Stamper, becoming a demonstrator to get that amazing discount, join an awesome, creative, supportive community. I would love for you to reach out. I didn't put the link in the comments, but I think I may have a banner here with the link. Somewhere I thought I did. But anyway, you can reach out to me. That's really bad. I should have had that up here for sure. But you don't want to miss the deal for this month. It's amazing, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. So please, if you have any questions about that, reach out to me. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate from the bottom of my heart that you guys came and spent the evening with me, spent an hour of your evening stamping with me. It's so nice to be among friends and share what I love to do. I'm excited to be back, and I hope to be seeing more of you guys, and hopefully you'll want to come back and see more of me as we do some more stamping. I will be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Saskatchewan time. So for those of you in BC, that is an hour ahead of you. And if you're in Alberta, I'm the same time as you right now. So be sure to come back and watch me tomorrow. And yeah. Any other questions? I'm looking through just to make sure I haven't missed anything. I'm seeing so many comments that you guys love the cards. If you have a favorite of the three, I'd love to know which one it is. Okay. Thanks everybody for being here. Again, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate you. And I will watch for those orders to come in. Thanks everybody. Cheers.